What is up, guys? Fresh Powder here, and welcome to a brand new behind the scenes commentary. This time, we'll be looking at Fresh Powder's Big Blue Spaceship, Chapter 1, All Aboard. Now, for those of you who already know of the behind the scenes videos, you'll already know how this works. We're going to go through the whole video scene by scene and discussing our decisions. So yep, now let's dive on in.
Now you're totally immune to those Dalek death beams.
So yeah, we open up where we left off 3 years ago.
Jeez, it's been a while.
Yeah. Any progress yet, Dudley?
Some here and there.
So yeah, like I brought up a number of times already, if it's a recycled scene from any of the previous chapters, it's just going to be skipped through and then we'll get into the good stuff.
And finally, where are you hiding, Snake Staff? Whatever you find through there, show no mercy. Go!
Now, I know from your reaction to Chapter 7, Dudley, that you were a bit on the edge of Fresh's reaction here when he sensed something that was going to lead to the next few chapters, and so I thought, in order to make it a bit more mysterious, I thought maybe Fresh would be sensing a number of different things, like maybe in this moment he was sensing Snakestaff's brand new forces when it was really the Reapers, you know?
Okay.
So,
There is something that I'm thinking about that he also could have been reacting to on my side of things that I haven't addressed yet, obviously. So, yeah, that works too. So it could be a multiple amount of things.
so yeah, and of course, Cameron, I used some of the footage you used from that old trailer, just...
the cancelled 7.5 one, yeah.
Yeah.
Old version.
But still, I'm resourceful, and without knowing what the designs were going to be back then, well, here we are.
They still could be dangerous.
What were those things? Either way, they're in trouble. Attention, everyone. I have some news. I have allies in space that need our assistance. I fear that Snakestaff's forces may have found them. Do I have any volunteers to go up there to help them?
Me! I'll go!
I will go. Take care while I'm gone, guys. Now, I know you were a bit confused in the reaction to where the Bunyip was when they were watching him on the screen, and my answer to that is I imagine the Bunyip is travelling through the portal he just ran into in order to try and find Snakestaff in the universe, so yeah, that's my answer to that.
Because it didn't. Perspective looks like the Bunyip sat in front of them while they're trying to watch the TV.
Like he's
I
just
couldn't
hogging
tell
up,
if they were
like he's just hogging the whole frame and such.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah.
Cyberman 38 reporting for duty.
I can't wait to get started.
I'll do it, but I won't like it.
Malcolm, I'm gonna need you to go with them too. Sure thing, buddy. Now, the reason I sent Malcolm up there, aside from anyone else, is because when you think about it, up to this point in the chapters, Malcolm and Fresh are the only ones who seem to know about the Populous Preserver. So, yeah, I thought if he was sent up there, it would be the safest option, I guess.
I'll say It's very interesting that you chose Malcolm. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know, I guess I just sort of saw him as the Scotty of Star Trek, I guess. Like, he's just our version.
I do like Malcolm.
I feel like he's the most fleshed out of the other powders apart from gunpowder, I feel like,
Yeah.
as well.
As for why I chose everyone to go up there, honestly, I just wanted to be random and just select who I thought I wanted to focus on and who I thought would be easiest to visualize throughout all these. So, yeah.
It's cool because it's kind of like you've made a second group team adventure, you know, like it's a bit like what they did with Guardians of the Galaxy, except you've got this ragtag team.
Yeah.
Wouldn't expect them to be together, which is cool.
What about me? My tanks could prove useful.
No, Gunpowder. That's why we need you here. And besides, I don't know how the other powders would take that news. Another reason why I didn't send any of the other powders out there, because Fresh is holding more secrets back that will be revealed by the end of Fresh vs. Snakestaff. So,
I should know, it was weird. I'm thinking like why he says how the other powders would take it if Gunpowder went with them, or is it something else there? I'm wondering.
I think you'll just have to wait to find out.
I always saw it as if something bad happened, but I don't know.
I see. Well, here we are. Our 6 brave companions. This mission may be dangerous. Space can be an unpredictable place. And of course, my taste in sound effects and music is pretty cliche, because if you listen closely, that's the Avengers theme playing in the background. Because a team of individuals assembling, and here we go again, so yes.
It works.
Good luck to all of you. And there we have it, the name of the Populous Preserver, the first time it was ever officially revealed through my channel.
I remember, was the Black Leopard made after this or before it? Because it briefly was in there for a short time, wasn't it?
Yeah. Black Leopard was revealed just after the first clip. So, yeah, a couple years ago, I wondered to myself, if I had a spaceship, how would it look? And so, the Preserver is actually kind of based on Jabba the Hutt's palace ship from the third Star Wars movie.
Oh yeah, the
sail barge, yeah.
Yeah, the design of it just looked visually pleasing to me, and I thought, what do I specialize in? Well, I specialize in discovering new creatures and life, so I thought if I had a giant biodome on the top of that and made it the size of a cruise ship, then that's my ship.
It's like the Garden of Eden inside of a sail barge.
Yeah. Also, this is the last time I'll be using the Minecraft set that was brought up in Chapter 7 because Chapter 8 took so long to produce. The Wii U's actually been outmoded since then, and I couldn't be bothered fishing it out and wiring it all up, so I just drew up references for it, and that's what I'm going to be using from now on.
Well, it makes sense. Like, it still looked good in the old one, but like this works too. Like, it just shows all the different versions of creativity we like to use in this series. So it's quite.
Yep. So yeah, now we get glimpses of inside the biodome itself. Now, interesting fact here, the backgrounds are actually pictures that I took myself. Now, for those of you who don't know, basically, when I was in London a couple of years ago, I went to this attraction called the Sky Gardens, which is basically a huge botanical gardens at the top of a skyscraper. And so, as soon as I was touring around the place, I thought, hey, you know what? I imagine that this is how the biodome looks like. Stretches of greenery and different plants divided up by separate pathways, and so I took these pictures at just the right angle where there were no other people in the shot and it was just the pathways and plants.
Was that when we met?
Yeah, it was.
That's funny because there's stuff from that week that I took on board too, let's just say.
So yeah, and for those of you wondering about all these random characters and creatures that appear in the biodome, originally these shots were going to be used in Chapter 9 from my end, like after the events of Chapter 8 will commence. I was going to use them there, but during the production of this video, I was in a bit of a bad mood, and I just thought I can't be bothered making up new stuff from my end, so I'll just use this here, and I'll think of something else in the future chapters. So that's why I'm using them here.
You found a way to add the Triceratops from that show that you were checking out.
Yeah, Chomp from Dinosaur King.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like I've brought up at the end of my reactions to Primeval, Chomp is now a regular character, and this was meant to be his reveal, his actual debut in Fresh vs. Snakestaff, so spoiler alert there. But yeah,
what about
yeah,
Orange Pony?
that was a toy that I found on the street, and I was like, you know what? I'm not leaving you out of this. I'm gonna give you new purpose. You're gonna be a warrior in this battle too. So yeah, and of course we've got a bunch of Pokemon in there because I'm a fan.
Why not?
Yeah.